Test, test, test. Test, test. Test, test. Yeah? Cool. Test, 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 test. Test, 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 test. I could see my mic going up. Test, 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 test. Test. Hello, hello, test, test. No? Test, test, test. Possibly. Yeah, I've heard fiber's been worse than the lines lately. Three more of these, reaching up nice and tall again, grabbing for apples and pulling them down. Pull, 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 pull. And folding over. Awesome. Last one. Reaching up nice and high. Grabbing apples down. Reach. Reach. And folding over. Awesome job, everyone. I'm gonna just take off my sweater. It's getting nice and warm. Awesome. So coming down onto the ground, we're going to start with just a few circles around our wrists. So spreading out our fingers nice and wide, we're going to do little circles around our wrists. Just little circles. Awesome. On this one, we're switching directions. So don't worry about making these super big. Try to go as little as you can and then slowly make them bigger if that's comfortable for you. Awesome job. So reaching up nice and tall, standing back up. We're going to make some figure eights with our hips. So we're going to get one hip going forward, other hip going forward. Try to get those hips all loosey-goosey and get moving. Awesome, couple more. There we go. Hands coming up. We're going to reach over. We're going to paint the sky into a nice side stretch. And back up, painting the sky with your other hand. Reach, reach, reach. Nice big stretch. Try to keep your chest turned up towards the ceiling. I'm not folding forward, keeping myself nice and open here. Awesome. Coming back down, hands are coming towards the ground. I'm going to bend both of my legs until I'm in a lovely froggy squat. My elbows are pushing out wide and my hands are up tall. From here, hands can go on your legs or the ground. We're going to straighten one more time and come up nice and tall. Awesome. Coming to the end of your mat or whatever space that you have, we're going to do a little caterpillar to cobra. So we're reaching up nice and tall. We're folding forward one more time, walking my hands out to the top of a beautiful push-up. From here, I'm bending my elbows backwards towards my body. My chest is coming to the ground. I relax my feet. I push up into cobra. Shoulders are back. I don't want to wear my shoulders like earrings. Nice and back. Awesome. Coming up from here, we're going into downward dog. I'm going to pedal my feet here. So I walk a little bit. You should feel a nice stretch in your calves. Awesome. Walking my feet back up to my hands. I'm going to do a turn. We're switching direction. 2 more of these. Up tall. Folding forward. Top of that push-up. Elbows going backwards towards the body, chest to the ground. Relax the feet. Cobra. Nice. Hold that for a couple seconds. Chest back down. Toes are coming up to downward dog. And pedaling my feet again. And feet walk up to the hands. Awesome. Last one. Up nice and tall. And folding forward. Hands walk out. Top of that push-up again. Elbows are coming back. Chest to the ground. And cobra. Awesome. To downward dog. And I'm pedaling my feet. Walking my feet up to my hands. Awesome. Grab a quick drink. I need a sip of water myself. Awesome. I have a fun one. I really love this one. We're going to put our hand out like we have a ball on here or weight. We are going to be amazing waitresses. We don't want to drop this at all. So my arm's going to come down underneath, up around my head and over. So here, down, up, over, and around. We're going to do 5 times on each side. Over top of my head. So don't drop it. Keep your hand facing up towards the ceiling the whole time. Last one. And we're going to do our other hand. So here, coming in, up, and around. Awesome. 2 more. Awesome job. So bringing our legs nice and wide, we're going to go into a lovely sumo squat. So here, I'm going to try to get my hips in lines with my knees. My feet can be slightly pointed out, but they're kind of pointed forward. From here, we are going to do little pulses. So I like with my hands up, you can go up and pretend you're reaching, like a little dance party. Awesome. Here, coming down, we're going to sink down a little bit farther. Our focus now is going to be trying to lift one of our heels. Heel up, heel down, heel up, and down. We're going to try for 5 on each side. You should feel your legs start to really get warm in this one. Sometimes my legs shake a little bit. Awesome. Come up, relax those hips. Couple figure eights. Get them loosey-goosey again. Awesome. Back into that sumo squat. From here, we're going to actually try to go up on both toes if we can. So you're going to go 1, and then 2, and down. Or you can try to go both at the same time. And hold. 1, 2, 3, down. Let's try for 1 more. Are you ready? Into our squat. Heels up. 2, 3, and awesome. Those ones always get my hips so warm. Awesome. We're going to come down into a lovely froggy squat again. We're going to keep focusing on our hips here. From here, my leg's going to come out to the side, and I'm going to have a nice flex. So you should feel a little bit of a stretch here, but it should be pretty comfortable. You can adjust up on your heel a little bit more if you need to. So from here, we're going to walk our hands back and forth, nice and slowly. So this should be a nice movement pathway. You might have to get up a little bit higher if your hips are a little bit sore in this. Awesome. Nice. And 2 more, back and forth. Awesome. There we go. And since we're focusing on our hips right now, I thought we could do a little bit of a mini split stretch. This doesn't mean you have to go into your splits at all, but you can if you'd like to at the end. So coming up into a nice tall lunge, I'm making sure my hips are pointed forward. My knee is not going past my toes. My arms are out to the side, and my back leg is nice and straight. From here, I'm going to turn all the way to the inside of my belly and hold, and turn all the way to the outside. Coming back forward. 1 hand on each side of the foot. What you're going to focus on is the back leg here. So I'm going to bring my knee as close as I can to the ground, but not quite touch, and then go up straight. We're doing 10 of these. Close to the ground and straight. That's 3. Ooh, my leg's getting warm for this one. 4, 5, 6, 7. You're almost there. 8, 9, 10. Awesome. So from here, we're going to drop the back leg. We're going to bring both hands to the inside of our foot, and we're going to go down to our elbows here. If this isn't comfortable, you can stay up on your hands, and you should still feel a stretch in your hips. We're going to hold here for about 5 seconds. You can shift your hips around a little bit, see if you feel the stretch. Walking our hands back. We're straightening our front leg. So this one's kind of a bit weird in the beginning. So I want to make sure I can balance up on top of my hips. My hips are square forward. I'm going to fold over a little bit, 1 hand on each side. You might just be here, and that's okay. We're going to try to go for 10 small push-ups. So even if it's just small, that's okay. Eventually, you want to try to bring your nose towards your big toe, so you're pushing yourself forward. Having a flexed toe will make this stretch a little bit harder, but you can always point your toe too if you need a little bit of an easier stretch. 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. So from here, shifting my hips forward, I'm back into that low lunge. From here, my hands are going to come up on my hips, and I'm going to push forward. So you should feel a stretch right through here. You can also go on the knee too. It might be a little bit easier if your hips are a bit sore. Holding for a couple more seconds. Awesome. So from here, I'm going to reach back and I'm going to try to grab my back leg here. So I can keep my hand on the ground. I should stay pretty stable. If you want to challenge, make sure your hand's coming up here. You can try to balance. There we go. Awesome. From here, you have two different options. We can go into a half split or a full split. I'm going to show a half split first. So my leg's going to come inside to a pigeon pose. So I'm doing a 90-degree angle with my knee, and I can fold forward from here. If you're going into a split, though, one hand on each side of your leg, you're going to hold there. So you're just going to hold wherever's comfortable. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Rolling onto our bum. We're going to slowly shift up, and we're switching to our other side. So I did my left side last time, so my right leg's in front this time. Same thing, I'm making sure both hips are faced forward. My knee is not going past my big toe. Back leg nice, straight, and engaged. Awesome. Arms come out. We're turning towards the inside of our body first. And to the outside. And back forward. Hands come down beside the foot. We are bringing it down for 10 leg drops. So bringing that knee close to the ground, but not quite touching. There we go. Awesome, you're almost there. 3 more. Last one. Drop the knee, relax the foot. We're going down to our elbow on the inside of our leg. Remembering that you can be up on your hands here if the stretch is too intense. If it's too easy for you, you can start to let this leg kind of go out and your foot go on its side a little bit, and that might help get more of a stretch. Walking my hands back, straightening that front leg again, making sure I'm nice and balanced. My hips are faced forward. Toes are flexed. I'm folding forward. 10 little push-ups here. Three more. 9 and 10. Awesome. Hips come forward. Again, you can have your hands on your knee or your hips, but I want to make sure both of my hips face forward and I'm pushing forward on that. Holding for about 10 seconds here. 2, 1. Awesome. Hands come here. I'm going to reach for my back leg, keeping one hand on the ground to keep myself balanced. If you feel comfortable, your hand can come up. Should feel the stretch all in this back leg and a little bit in the hip here. Awesome. Coming back, again, we can go into the half split or our full split. Pigeon or half split, our leg goes to 90 degrees, our feet come inside of our body, and we fold forward. The other option here is, again, in your full split, one hand on each side, and then holding for 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Coming into a butterfly pose here, holding our ankles. We're just going to let our hips relax. Awesome. Grab a quick drink of water, everyone, and we're going to go on to some core work, my favorite. Awesome. So our very first one we're going to start with is a candlestick. These ones are my favorite. I love practicing them at home. So starting in a nice pike, hands up. I'm going to fold forward. Hands are staying glued by my ears. I'm coming back. My toes are pointing straight up towards the ceiling. Hold for a couple seconds, coming back down into my pike, rolling back up, and folding forward. We're gonna try for 10 of these, nice and slow. Coming back. Pike, and folding forward. That's 2. Try to squeeze your belly, squeeze your bum. It'll keep you nice and stable in this one. Toes are squeezed together. I have nice pointed feet. Three more. Almost there. Should start to feel your core nice and warm. 2 more. And our very last one. Whew. Awesome. So our next one we're going to go into is we're going to go into some starfish core work. So coming in, we're going to spread ourselves into a nice starfish. From here, we're reaching up our opposite hand to our foot. So I'm reaching up for 1, up for 2. So we're gonna try for about 15 of these. Are you ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, almost there, 11, 12, 13, 14, let's go for 16, so we're even, 15, last one, 16. Whew. Take a big breath. Grab a quick drink of water if you need to. The core work's hard work. Awesome. We have one more really fun core workout before we go on to some fun shoulder dance party. So we're going to go into hollow and then Superman. So from here, hollow means that I am going to have my back flat on the ground, my bum and my legs are off, and so are my shoulders and my arms. So this is hollow. Rolling over on my hips, this is Superman. So we're going to try to go back and forth about 10 times, okay? Awesome. Are you ready? Get set. Hollow. And Superman. Hold for a couple seconds. Hollow. Superman, that's 2. And flip. Hollow. Superman. Awesome, back to hollow. And Superman. We're gonna go for one more. Hollow. And Superman, last one, there. And relax. So what's really nice after this one, our backs are a little bit sore, our bellies are a little bit sore. We're gonna just do some rock and rolls. These ones are also fun. I do these for fun. Don't need to be exercise. Awesome, and I'm gonna give you guys 10 more seconds and we're gonna go into our arms. It's hot in here. I hope you guys are getting nice and warm and sweaty. It's always nice to get moving on a Sunday. We're going to focus on our arms for the next little bit. So we're gonna get standing up again. Slowly returning here. So we're just gonna start by getting wiggly. Get the shoulders moving. Wiggle, wiggle. If you can, start doing some circles with them. Try to switch directions. Get weird with it. Get your arms going. How big can you make your arm movements? Woo! Awesome. Can you swing them back and forth? Oh, get a little bit of twist in your body. Awesome. I like this one. You can give yourself a hug each time if you wanted. Awesome. We're gonna shake our hands out, doing the flicks. So flicking your hands out, coming down. And back out to the side. All the way up. Try to hold at the top. Really go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come down. Awesome. So what we're going to do is we're focusing on just shoulder rotation. So we're going to do shoulders going backwards. Try to push them as far as you can, forward and back. For 10. 8, 9, 10. Awesome. Going forward. Just your shoulders again. For 10. Wipe my eyes and make my bed. 5, brush my teeth and fix my hair. Wash my face and put that 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. Full arms this time going backwards. If I could just look up, I see him looking down. I know my grandpa's proud. I am my brother's keeper. I'll be right there for my sister. 9, 10. Switch directions. I'm better than I think. I'm stronger than I know. I know I love myself. I love myself. I love myself. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Almost there. 9. My arms feel like they're made of stone right now. 10. Ooh, shake it out. Awesome. Arm coming across the body. We're going to pull it in, and we can do little figure eights with our wrists here. So just drawing a figure 8. Switch directions. And switch sides. Awesome. Coming up, we're reaching behind our head, pulling our arm back. From here, we're going to reach around and try to grab our opposite hand, and we're going to hold here for a couple seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're switching. So other arm's coming back, pulling with the other arm. Same thing with this one, reaching back, grabbing onto our hand and holding there. Awesome. So from here, we're coming down onto the ground. We're gonna do a little bit of back work and then get back to our shoulders. So from here, coming up into tabletop, we're going to do cat-cows. So first, we're going into our arch. We're bringing our back of our head towards our tailbone to feel a stretch here. Coming here, I'm turning my hips, I'm turning my body, I'm curving again. This time, trying to bring my forehead towards my belly button, pushing the ground away with my hands. And slow back. Awesome. Keep going. We're going to go for 10 of these. And keep going. You're almost there. Feel the stretch in your shoulders and your back, your core. I feel it in my hips a little bit. It's a good stretch. And back. Let's go for one more. And back. So from here, we're going to stay in a similar pose. This time our bum's gonna go up in the air and our shoulders are coming towards the ground. So I'm trying to bring my armpits towards the ground here. So I'm going to round up like there's a fire underneath my armpits. And I don't wanna get it to touch. And then I'm arching and bringing my armpits as close as I can to the ground, looking forward through my hands. And back and forth here. Really pushing away here. I'm engaging through my shoulders, through my fingertips. Lots of energy there. Awesome. 3 more. And down. 2 more. Really push into those hands. Last one. Up. And back. Awesome. Returning to seated. We're going to warm up our heads a little bit and our necks. So looking up. And down. And up. I promise I was hooked on your every word. I fucking loved everything that I heard. And even your voice to me was amazingly cute. Head back to neutral. Looking over to my right shoulder. Should feel a stretch down this part of my neck. And back. And back. Nice and gentle here. I can't believe how you let me go now. I gave you my heart. It was yours to keep. Awesome. Back and forth one more time. Right shoulder. And then left. Head back to neutral. This time we're bringing our ear over to our shoulder, keeping our shoulders down low. So tilting over. If you need an extra stretch, you can use your hand to help here. But you don't want to feel a pulling here, just a nice gentle stretch. And switching sides. And switch one more time on each side. And last one. Nice. So now we're going to do half neck circles. So going here, letting my head hang just up to the shoulder and back. Awesome. Our necks are all nice and loose. I'm feeling super good. We're going to do some hip bridges, and then we might get into some back bendy stuff. So laying on our back, arms are at our sides. My heels are close to my glutes. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to start squeezing my butt cheeks. I'm going to push my hips up towards the ceiling, and I'm going to really lift here, okay? My abs are engaged, my glutes are engaged. From here, I'm bringing my hips close to the ground, not letting them touch, but we're gonna go for 10 and keep lifting. Really engage the glutes at the top. That's the most important part. Or five more. Last one. Awesome. Grab a drink of water if you need to. We're going to go into some back bends. Parents, if you're hanging out with your kids today and don't feel like going upside down, it's really helpful to just spot them here. So when you're going into a back bend, you're just going to loop your arms around their waist and hold up underneath them if they need some help. So this is my favorite part. I'm going to remove my socks. Socks are slippery. Don't want any falling around here. Awesome. Coming down onto the ground. My hands are going backwards, so my fingers should be pointed towards my toes. I'm going to push through my arms and my legs and push my body up. We're just going to do one slow. And coming back down. Each one we do today, we're going to follow up with a couple rock and rolls. Awesome. One more. Awesome. Let's try a couple more. Each at your own pace. Try 3 or 4. Going into your back bend and then following it with some rock and rolls.
Let's make some plans, baby, or keep it casual. Whatever you're leaning towards, I'm with it. Sounds magical. I'm all yours. My heart's on Adderall. Laser focus beats attention on you like a matador. The love I can't ignore. A kid in a candy store. I'm sugar high and I can't keep my hands out of yours. Love has no manual.
Awesome. Let's go for 2 more. Awesome.
We live in a choosy universe and you still chose me. Fascinated one another and that's what gives me hope. See, I've seen relationships all born out of necessity. Tragic people coupled up purely because they were lonely.
Awesome. Sometimes these ones can bother your wrists a little bit. So if you need to take a moment, we're going to stretch out our wrists here. Again, fingers spread out wide. Give us 10 on the ground, little circles around the wrists. You might feel more of a stretch now than you did before. Our wrists are nice and warmed up. Awesome. So what we can also do here is arm to arm. Our fingers are out right here, and we're going to shift back and forth. Just a little bit here. Awesome. Another one we can do is locking our hands together. Just do a little milkshake. Roll our wrists around. Awesome. And then a roller coaster. Switch directions. Awesome. And shake out the wrists. Awesome. I wanted to do one more back bend as a challenge for anyone. If you want to add on and you have done a few of these before, we're going to try to do a little soldier march in it. So coming into our back bend, we're going to try to lift one leg, lift the other, lift one, lift the other, and come back down. That one's fun. You can practice it at home, and it's a really cool skill to show off. Awesome. And rock and rolls to finish off. Awesome. If you need to stretch out your wrists one more time, go ahead. I know mine are a little bit tender after that one. You can even go on the top of your hands here. Try to make 10 fists. Release your forearms. Release the hand muscles. last one, and shake it out. So we have about 15 minutes left, so we're going to do some stretching in our straddles, get ourselves feeling nice and stretched out, and then we'll do a cool down shortly. So coming into a nice straddle here, you can have your toes pointed or flexed, whatever's comfortable for you. My back's up nice and tall. What I'm going to do is I'm turning towards my left leg here, and I'm going to try to just fold over here. I'm facing my toe, my hips are slightly shifted. There we go. Holding for 10 seconds here. Awesome, coming up over to the other side. And back up. So what we're going to do here is we're going to walk our hands hand over hand from foot to foot. So what this is going to look like is I'm walking hand, 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 all the way over. And back. We're doing 3 of these back and forth. And there's 2. And back and forth one more time. Awesome. Coming back up tall, arms out to the side. We're doing a nice side stretch here, so you might just end up here, but if you can, we're trying to reach towards that foot and bringing our shoulder through. Trying to bring that chest up towards the ceiling. And back up. Other side. So again, this might just end up stopping here, and that's more than okay. Awesome. Coming forward, we're going to do little push-ups forward. So what we're trying to do here is we're keeping our back straight. Doesn't matter if we go too far forward. This is more than okay, but your goal is to keep your back straight and fold forward. So back straight, coming forward. We're going for 10 of these. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. On our last one, we're walking our hands out as far as we can, and we're going to hold for 10 seconds. Awesome. Coming back in, we're going to go into a 90-90 sit. So what this looks like, my legs are out wide. I'm going to let them roll until I'm making a 90 degree. I'm making a corner with each of my legs and my hips. From here, my heels are going to plant into the ground, and I'm going to shift back and forth. This one's kind of weird. You'll find your bum slowly going forward. I'm going to try to go for 10 of these. Almost there. 9 and 10. Awesome job. Coming into our pike. Toes are pointed. We're going to do some more forward folding. We got our straddle, now we gotta do our pike. Back up straight. We're folding forward just a little bit here again. Doesn't matter if I could get my nose down to my knees. I want to keep my back nice and straight here. For an extra challenge, you could try to flex your feet and really feel that stretch in the back of the knees. Completely up to you. You could switch it up. Maybe one flexed, one pointed. Switch it up. Awesome. So here we're going to do 10 push-ups, just like our straddle, keeping that back straight for 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on the last one, folding forward and relaxing. Holding for 10 seconds here. Awesome. Last but not least, back into our butterfly like we did in the beginning. This time we're actually going to stretch in here. So hands on the ankles, not the feet, or on the ground. And I'm pushing my elbows down to make myself into a nice wide straddle. Awesome. Bringing my nose towards my big toes or even past my big toes if I can. Holding for 10 seconds here. Awesome, and relax those hips. Shake them out. Awesome. I was thinking we were going to do 2 more core exercises and then we'll go into our cool down, get ourselves nice and fired up for the very end. So we're going to go into top of our plank. We're going in for some cross mountain climbers. So from here, I'm bringing my knee to my opposite elbow. Knee to opposite elbow. Knee to opposite elbow. Let's go for 40 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, you're almost there, 26, 10 left, you're almost there. Awesome, that was good. My abs are on fire. Very last one we're going to do is a boat pose. Coming onto our bum, I'm leaning my back, just back a little bit, and my legs are coming up. From here, we're going to try to hold. We're going to extend out a little bit, and come back in, tuck into a ball. This is your rest pose, so it's going to be 3 poses. Rest, boat, hollow for 10. Awesome, let's go. Rest, boat, hollow, 1, rest, boat, hollow, that's 2, awesome, boat, hollow, up, boat, hollow, and up, boat, and up. Almost there. Boat. Hollow. Boat. Hollow. Up. Two more. Last one. And grab a drink. We're about to do our cool down. Let's have some water. That was a lot of work. When everyone's ready, just join me in a pike. We're just gonna fold forward and we're gonna just focus on some big breaths here. Not really stretching, just relaxing here. Big breaths in, just relax into it. And shake out your legs a little bit while you're doing this. Loosen everything up. And coming up forward, reaching our hands up nice and tall. Coming back into that forward fold. Back up, reaching tall, and back down. That's number 3. Back up, last one, and down. Awesome, bringing our toes back in. We're gonna take a couple breaths in butterfly here. Awesome. Just folding forward again, taking big breaths. We aren't really focusing on the stretch here. Just letting our body relax into this pose. Big breath in, and a big breath out. A couple more breaths here. One more big breath. And relax down, holding for 5 seconds here. Awesome. You can just get comfortable seated however you'd like. We're gonna just start moving our shoulders a little bit. Little shoulder circles. We worked them hard, so we're gonna get them nice and relaxed now. Switch directions. If I want, I can do a couple big, slow circles in each direction. Last one. Switch directions. And there we are. And last one. Awesome. From here, I'm putting my elbow down. I'm going into just a nice, gentle side stretch. Just letting my weight hang here. You should get a nice stretch in your side, in your arm, and coming back up. Same thing. A couple big breaths here. Awesome. So we're going to go into child's pose now. So from here, I'm sitting on my legs and I'm going to just fold forward here. My knees can be a little bit wide. I'm just going to focus on taking some big breaths here, letting my chest rise and fall. Couple more breaths. Really relax. Feel your shoulders sink towards the ground. Your hips should be heavy. Your belly's heavy. Try to reach out. Get a nice stretch in those arms. 3 more breaths. Last one. Awesome. Moving to our heads, we're just going to go side to side, slowly. Just like in the beginning, bringing our body back to center. Back and forth. Head up, looking up, and down. Up, down. Awesome. You can do a couple half circles here, nice and slow. Awesome. And just some wrist circles. Pulling up. And back down. And one more time, all the way up. Try to keep the arms relaxed. Just getting some nice wrist movement after all that wrist work. And awesome. Thank you so much, everyone, for today and getting moving. It was so good, and I'm super happy with everything. Awesome. I hope everyone has a great week. Enjoy the beautiful weather. Keep moving, keep grooving, and have a great day. Yeah.